What's up, guys? Your boy Big B, and this is Wrestling Forever. Tonight I'm going to be doing a review on the January 12th, 2021 episode of Impact Wrestling. So let's get into it. But of course, first, just in case you guys haven't seen it yet and don't want any spoilers, I recommend you pause it right now and come back to this video later so that you don't get any so the spoilers don't ruin your whole moment of watching your favorite show. If Impact is your favorite show. Alright, it's 40 seconds in now, so now we're gonna get into it. Okay, we start off tonight, of course, as always, in Impact Wrestling with a match. I mean, most of the time, there's always a match that starts off the show. And we started off with Taya Valkyrie versus Kimber Lee. Of course, Rosemary was in Taya's corner, and Deonna Purrazzo was in Kimber Lee's corner. And it was a good match. It was a good, solid, all-around match for the Knockouts division. Especially for me, because I really think the Knockouts division in Impact Wrestling is actually the best division they got right now. Yeah, so it went all around, and then of course, Deonna Purrazzo originally tried to get into the match. She tried to interfere, and then Rosemary went after her, started to confront her about it, and then of course, we now know what Susan is now doing now. She is now an adamant servant, I guess, of Deonna Purrazzo, because she came out and helped her beat up Rosemary. And of course, one of the most cliche things that ever happens in all of wrestling, not just WWE, but all of wrestling, the distraction. Because while Rosemary is getting beat up by Susan and Purrazzo outside, Taya, who's on a rampage inside the ring, turns around, sees her friend getting messed up, and then all of a sudden, the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment and all of wrestling around the world. Kimber Lee rolled Taya Valkyrie up. 1, 2, 3. Of course. Nobody kicks out of the roll up, and if they do, it's just on a rare occasion. You know how it goes. You know how it goes when the distraction. You gotta get rolled up. All of a sudden, everybody's into it now, boy. Roll-ups is just fun all of a sudden. Where everybody think this is 1970s and early 1980s when a roll-up was a damn finisher move. Small packages and schoolboys, all that shit. I guess whatever makes them happy, but whatever. At the end of all, it was still a solid match. So, I mean, I guess we'll just see what happens at Hard to Kill. Then we had Callahan. After that, he wants to have one more match to end it all off. In this entire feud with him and Eddie Edwards, he wants one more match to end it all. Again. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure last week's Impact Wrestling, that was supposed to be the last match they ever had in this rivalry. But no, now we're going to have the last match at Hard to Kill. In a barbed wire massacre match. So it's going to be a damn bloody night in Impact Wrestling, without a doubt. There's going to be a lot of blood between those two. Then they gave everybody the car, but I'll get into that afterwards. I'm going to skip the car thing for now. And then we had the second match of the night, which was Chris Bay and Rohit Raju against Manic and Suicide. And of course, it was a quite predictable, X Division match. High flying, speed, crafty reversals and attacks. A natural moveset you'll see in the X Division match or X Division tag team match. Then, of course, Rohit Raju, instead of just going for the match tonight and just trying to unmask Manic after the match was over, and then he decided that at this moment in time in the match that was very vital, with momentum going into the pay-per-view, he wanted to unmask Manic. And then within that, it almost cost him the match, and then Chris Bay saved them in that match and rolled up and got the roll up or some shit. I think it was another roll up pin on I think it was Manic. I think it was. It was either Manic or Suicide. I was one of them, man. There was a lot of fucking mirage. But anyway, they got the damn pinfall victory through a damn quick roll up, and we got Chris Bay and Rohit Raju winning, and of course, while Bay celebrating about letting everyone know he's gonna win the title, Rohit still trying to throw the blame, saying, "Damn it, Manic, you are TJP. I know you're TJP, and damn you for not letting him take that mask off to show it." But there's like, this is the occasional Rohit right now trying to fucking unmask Manic. That's just what he does. This is what he does. Then we went with Diener, Cody Diener, who now just goes by Diener. He came out with Eric Young and Joe Doring, and he was going up against Dreamer, who came out with Rhino and Cousin Jake. And of course, it was just it wasn't that long of a match. It was started off for a decent match, but then it ended up becoming a disqualification after Diener slapped Cousin Jake in the face like 3-4 damn times, and then for some reason expected Cousin Jake to just stand there and not do anything about it as he climbed back on the apron, and Cousin Jake clotheslined his legs off the apron, and then he just fell and hit the apron, and disqualification. Diener wins by DQ. Then they just went all out, everyone beating the hell out of each other, and then he had a little face-to-face of Doring and freaking Rhino face-to-face. But at the end of it all, it still ended off with Young's new crew topping Dreamer, Rhino, and Jake. So, I mean, it was still another one-upsmanship of Eric Young's crew being the badasses and dominating no matter what. So, I mean, we'll see what goes on. Hard to kill between that 6-man tag team match. And then we got Tenille Dashwood versus Rosemary. And not long before this, Rosemary was talking to Taya Valkyrie, who was still appalled that she lost to the most devastating move in all of wrestling by Kimberly of all sorts. And she's still shocked that happened, and she don't know what the hell's going on. And then Rosemary just let her know that we'll come up with a plan, but right now she has an idea and a plan to help take care of Tenille Dashwood tonight. And then she went out there, and then after while she was having her good match with Tenille Dashwood, and they had a little good back and forth match, they came to be realized that she knew that Caleb was going to try to, with a K, was going to try to get on the apron to interfere in the match. So she had her old-time ally, Crazy Steve, this time without the monkey. The monkey was somewhere else. But Crazy Steve came out, and he helped her win the match by him beating the hell out of Caleb. And then Rosemary got the damn one-upsmanship on freaking Tenille Dashwood. 1, 2, 3. And, oh yeah, that's right. No. She sprayed, there was a spray can that was given to Tenille by Caleb with a K. And it got backfired on her, and when she went to go spray it in Rosemary's face, Rosemary turned it around and sprayed it in Tenille's face. Then I think she did her little neck breaker thing, whatever she does, won the match. 1, 2, 3. Rosemary was victorious. And then we went to Moose. And I gotta say, man, I love Moose's entrance music. I think that's just the coolest thing in the world. I know he's not part of WWE, but I can only imagine just how cool the entrance would look with WWE. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, WWE, they're a pain in the ass right now when it comes to storylines. But one thing they always get right is a damn entrance. And those guys can make an ill-ass entrance. And I know, boy, that Moose entrance could look sick as hell. Cause it looks sick on damn Impact Wrestling. I know it looks sick as hell in WWE. But anyway, it's one of the coolest entrances. That's why I like when he comes out. But Moose, again, went against Matthew Palmer. Yeah, like we really knew how this was going to turn out. But all in all, Moose fixed that wrong. Literally beat the holy hell out of Matthew Palmer, and the only hits that Matthew Palmer really got was ones that he allowed him to hit him with. So I mean, like at the end of the damn day, Moose did his now normal finisher. He doesn't beat you by a pinfall, nothing. He just literally elbows the hell out of you until you can't respond no more, and then the referee has to do a referee stoppage because for some reason Impact they don't just call it knockout. They just decide, okay, it's a referee stoppage, so the referee stopped it. Matthew Palmer was unresponsive. Moose gets the victory. Does what he always does: is grab his damn belt, just walk back up the ramp, and went to the back. And then we had the final match of the night, the main event, which was Rich Swann versus Carl Anderson. My bad, Rich Swann versus Machine Gun Carl Anderson. And then they had a good match back and forth. They did everything they were supposed to do. It was quite entertaining. And then, of course, yet again, when the match came to its conclusion, another superstar in that business suffered from the most devastating move in all of wrestling. Everybody knows it. Damn it. The roll-up. That's right. Rich Swann rolled up Machine Gun Carl Anderson like his ass about to have a new burrito. And guess what? He got that 1, 2, 3. Carl Anderson lost. And Rich Anderson was victorious. And during this match, of course, Kenny Omega, Callis, and Doc Gallows was watching from their room, and the Motor City Machine Guns was in their locker room that they shared with Rich Swann on this night. They were all watching on TV because everybody was banned from ringside. Nobody was allowed to go out there in any aspect. But of course, you can't end that off a no good note like that. No match. No. Because out of the blue, after Rich Swann, while he was celebrating on the ramp, and Carl Anderson is just holding his head shot like, what the hell, man? What the hell? That damn roll-up. It keeps getting me. It keeps getting everybody. The damn roll-up mania should be the new ultimate badass in wrestling. Someone should just come out and just call themselves roll-up. And everybody knows they're about to get their ass whooped. It actually don't make sense. Anyway, and then we ended up the night with, because we saw on the back screen, in the side screen, while Rich Swann was celebrating on the stage, that Omega and Gallows had left the locker room. And like we didn't know where they were going to go. The next thing you know, we see Motor City Machine Guns sitting there celebrating in their locker room. They're like, see, that's all we got to do is do exactly what he just did right there. We just got to do in the pay-per-view. And we got this in the bag. And next thing you know, they had a sitcom moment. Only this time it wasn't a loving friend that came to the door and said, hey guys, it was a big ass dude known as Doc Gallows kicking down the damn door and rushing in like he's about to take their lunch money, beat the holy hell out of them while Kenny came from the back as well. They all started beating the hell out of each other inside the locker room. Then Rich Swann came in to find out that everybody was fighting. He got into the damn ruckus, and then Carl Anderson came in there with a machine gun, shot up all three of them. Nothing that we could do. It's a sad moment. Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns were sadly killed during self-defense from Motor City. Poor Motor City. How you gonna die from the name that you guys have? I'm joking. But it just ended off with all of them beating the hell out of each other. Nobody had one-upsmanship. It was a 50-50 brawl inside the locker room. It was an alright show. It was alright. All in all. I mean, it was nothing really bad, but I don't know. One of these days I'll get into one of my WWE discussions. I'll talk about Impact Wrestling for certain things that I really believe that they're flat and that they're flat on right now, that they're not really doing too well. But all in all, the show wasn't bad, and it had solid matches. But sadly, to me, it wasn't as peakish as I thought it was going to be tonight. So I'm only going to really give it like a 3.5. If I'm doing 10 stars, probably about a 4.5, maybe 5 stars tops. It wasn't one of my favorite episodes of Impact. Especially since I had to deal with some terrible recording because the weather outside is a little hectic out here where we're at. But at the same time, it's like you get what you get sometimes. You just take what you got. But all around, it was still a good show. I mean, they kept to the storyline. It wasn't like it was too hard. So before this gets concluded, let's talk about the card. All right. So now on the card, we got a barbed wire massacre match between Eddie Edwards versus Sami Callihan. The last time they'll meet again, because that was supposed to be last week. But damn it, the last time they're going to meet. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be bloody as hell. I'm really going for Eddie Edwards in this. God damn it, they need to finish this off, man. I mean, he ain't really had a good look in these ending matches in the last several months. So, definitely going with Eddie Edwards for that match. Then we're going to have an old school rules match. 6-man tag team match, old school rules. Eric Young, Diener, and Joe Doring versus Rhino, Tommy Dreamer, and Cousin Jake. And I'm going with Young and his crew. Ain't no time right now for him to be losing when they're starting to get their amps up. So I'm going with them winning. Then we got Knockouts Tag Team Championship, Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz versus Havoc and Nevaeh. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going for Hogan and Steelz, which kind of will make sense, but I'm going to go on the limb and I'm going to go with Havoc and Nevaeh. I like them. I like the way they do things. I like how they get things done. Even though I would totally party with Tasha Steelz, without a doubt. That girl know how to get down. But anyway, I'm going with Havoc and Nevaeh, new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. We might as well say inaugural since they're bringing them back out. So the new inaugural Tag Team Knockout Champions. Or Knockout Tag Team Champions, my bad. But anyway, then we got the Karate Man versus Ethan Page. So literally we're going to be watching a match where the man fights himself somehow, some way. But I guess because it's not going to be 100% live, they can do video footage and everything else. I'm pretty sure they'll find some clever way of doing something. I'm pretty sure there'll be some quick, funny-ass filler match. Then you got the Knockouts Championship match, Deonna Purrazzo versus the the longest reigning Knockouts champion of all time, Taya Valkyrie. I'm pretty sure Deonna Purrazzo is going to retain. She's the hottest thing going on in the business right now, so I'm pretty sure Deonna Purrazzo will retain. Her sexy ass. I love me some Taya Valkyrie too. That's a bad woman right there, John Moore. She a lucky bastard. Anyway, X Division Championship match is going to be a triple threat between Chris Bay, Manik, and Rohit Raju. And I'm pretty sure Manik will get unmasked. Hopefully ain't the cliche thing and it actually is TJP. Hopefully somebody just did some tattoo resemblance thing of it that they can easily wash off. And it actually be somebody that's not TJP. But knowing them, they probably might make it where it's TJP. But at the end of the day, if they find out that it's TJP, then he's going to have to drop the title. But if it's not, then I'm going to hopefully go with Chris Bay. I hope Chris Bay gets it. Then we're going to have the main event match of the night, which is going to be the 6-man tag team match of AEW World Champion Kenny Omega and the Impact Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers versus the Impact World Champion Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm sorry, I might be a little biased in this match, but I'm so totally going with Bullet Club in this one. I'm going with the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega. I just really want to see them win. That would be great. Even though I understand that Rich Swann needs to keep strong for this thing, but right now, Impact Wrestling kind of needs this invasion to happen for a little while because they are kind of lacking in fucking star power. So I'm totally going with Omega and the Good Brothers in this match. All in all, that's mainly everything that happened tonight. So leave down your comments on what you think is going to happen at the pay-per-view, who you think is going to win, what surprises you think we might get. I'm not really for sure right now. Let me know who you want to win. Without a doubt. And let's get this discussion going. And most of all, yeah, I know I'm a little stutters, but man, if you realize how hard it was for me to watch the show, not due to the crazy weather, oh man, I'm trying to keep as much enthusiasm, but it was a drag on, man. It was a drag on due to the bad weather. But just let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section about who you think is gonna win and what you think should happen at the pay-per-view of Hard to Kill. Above everything else, if you enjoyed what you heard, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't joined the family yet, subscribe. We definitely got plenty of room for more people. And above everything else, hit that bell for notifications of future videos like this. And of all, wrestling's forever. Be safe. And one love.